Okay, so let's get started on our tutorial for this week, the second tutorial in Springfield. I'm going to give you only one thing for today, and I'm going to leave a discussion of contracts for later on. Okay? Okay? Shall we get started? Yeah. So today we're not going to do any contracts. I will start contracts in Toowoomba, but today I want to go back and look at this. Now, this is a case study, a simulation, but it's from a different textbook. You don't have to worry about it, but we're trying to look at different textbooks, and then we want to maybe talk to you about which ones you find better, or you'd like actually more of, whether it's going to be the Pearson simulation that we went through from previous tutorials or previous colloquies, or this thing from Nicholas James, Business Law, from Wiley, okay? So let's go through this and then we'll discuss it in some more detail. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is to run this one more time. Okay, and we'll look at it one third time, but we will stop along the way. So let's do it one more time quickly.
The speakers sound like you're underwater. Yeah.
Okay. So what I want to do next is to go through the Wentworth-Miller method. So we're going to look at the parties, their objectives, and the premises and counter-premises. And that's all. Once you identify the premise on your own, you're going to go and look at the elements. And from the elements, you'll have to identify the legal issue. And then you're ready to apply ILAC.
Your microphone's going out.
My microphone's coming out? Okay, let's keep going anyway. Okay, I will go and stop now, and I need some contributors, some volunteers, please. So, let's do it one more time. So far, is there any conflict?
No.
No? No?
Well,
Sleeping?
it's like a sleeping fishing cabin in a resort gets built, and there's obviously they want to kind of, it's going to build more people in.
So don't you see any conflict here?
There's no legal conflict.
Okay, no legal conflict. So before you build these things usually, what do you have to get?
I still get just the name.
Huh?
Permission.
Permission. And who should participate in the permission?
Council and
The residents, right? But we are saying nothing happened here. They got the permission. Great. So this is what we call externalization in economics. This is the genesis of the problem. But no one is going to pay for it. Who's going to pay for it? Let's see. Okay, any problem here? You got the permission from council.
it seems more customers so it can accommodate more people, but obviously too much of that so it can get a stage on it as well as we see later on.
And extend the opening hours and so on. And all of this was given the,
Permission as well by the council, so the council was okay for
and the council can do that only after what? And they're saying they consulted with the people and the people were happy? Okay. Let's see what happened next. So you've heard of some local mayors, right? Giving such. All right, we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there because it's all alleged. Alleged. Okay, I don't have anything to do with it. $15 years ago. So Warren was there when they opened this new shopping center. And he was there when the council gave this extension, permission to extend the opening hours. Where were he? What did he do? What did you hear?
He doesn't like the noise.
No? Stop. They were supposed to close at 10 p.m. So the council gave them the permission until 10 p.m. So even if he has been consulted, he would have agreed until 10, not until midnight. Okay, let's continue. Wait. So, he started not confrontational. He's not what you would call of volatile nature. Okay? He went and talked to her. What happened? He went and talked to the council. What happened? Is that something that surprises you? He went and talked to the police. What did the police do?
But the police are kind of there to do noise control and stuff if there's a complaint, right? So obviously there's negligence by the council and police.
So is there an act in Queensland that you can invoke when there is disturbance of this nature?
Nuisance.
That's the tort. But there's actually an act, go on Google, you'll find that there's something you can actually go and argue that these people are breaching. Okay? So someone like the council, and maybe even the police actually, and the police, have to do something about this. So if you are writing an opinion, this is like an onion. Some of you can spot the thing with the new shopping center. Someone can spot maybe the thing with the opening at 10 and they're supposed to close at 10. Someone would spot, for example, him talking to her, talking to the council. So all of these things you can expand on, and that becomes a legal issue. That becomes a heading, okay? But we will continue for now. Now, I'm asking you to identify the parties, what they want, and what happened in terms, for example, of cause of action. Okay, loudly demanding that Julie stops the band. What's happening here? Any problems? Huh? Loudly demanding. Any problem with that? Look at his finger.
Piece of interpretation.
Any problem with aggressive, right? He's aggressive. So what do we do with him? 70-something years old? What do you want to do with him? Is there a legal action against Warren at the moment, at this point? Okay. Can they call the police? Can they call the police? Yeah? Okay. Would that have been a good idea to do it now? No, we're not going to do it now. Let it fester. Let's have fun. Max doesn't call the police. Let's see what Max is going to do. Okay, let's continue. He's concerned that Warren is going to harm his mother. So, any problem here? You saw someone whom you don't know, old guy, okay? He's aggressive with your mother. So, he got concerned. So, he tried to pull him away from her. What is happening here? Any problems? What's the legal action here? Who's assaulting whom? Where are the parties?
Max and the old man.
Max and Warren? Who's assaulting who?
The old man is assaulting the old woman.
The old man is assaulting the mother?
Well, he's intimidating precedent to assault anyway.
No. You have to give me better than that. What did we say about assault? You're fishing around it, but not yet. Assault is about what? One word starts with an F. Fear. Battery is the one that's about force. Of course, now under the code, they're all called assault. What was Warren doing to the mother? Was he causing her to become afraid?
Well, Max was afraid.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm not going to pull it up again. Go back and look at the announcements. In the announcements, you'll find that I've given you a handout. I've not given you any handouts except for today and on Monday. Go and look at the handout and you'll find that there are elements. So you need to go through the elements, as I said, and identify based on these facts where the issue is. Okay. Someone says, Warren assaulted the mother. Is that it?
Well, he did come in and he stormed into the building and demanded, so he was kind of using fear as a way to get me to
And he's aggressive, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's assault.
Well, yeah, using fear aggression and stuff.
So I said it's about fear. Fear of what?
Fear of being,
fear of harm or fear of using physical force. You think this guy, look at him. Look at him. You think this guy can hit anything?
Well, he walks in, he's raising his voice. You're like, can I?
Yeah, but that means you're gonna be afraid. He's gonna hit you. He's gonna die.
Here's the main picture. She's about 60 as well. She's 80.
Okay, they're both old. So where is the physical force gonna come from? You know. But this guy is young, and he's his mother. So what does he do? What does he do? He tries to prevent assault. He thinks there's an assault that's gonna happen. He's gonna hit his mother or something. Okay. So what did he do?
Pulls the old man away.
So what do we have now?
Physical contact. The battery.
Okay, battery, and the parties would be, Warren would be the movant. He would go to the police and say, he tried to hit me, you know, or he hit me. Okay, it's physical force. What would be the Max's counter premise? What would he say?
Trying to remove him from the premises.
Okay. So self-defense kind of thing. He's trying to prevent an assault on his mother. That's just the beginning. It gets better.
Doesn't he just pull the? I know.
So now we can see that it is telling you clearly that there was use of physical force. Yeah? Anything else?
Well, they obviously didn't hold on to him hard enough because he fell over and then hit his arm.
So, is there any problem with the arm? So if you're gonna go, what does Warren want? What is his objective? Punishment?
He wants compensation for the arm. And he wants the sounds to stop.
Compensation for the arm. Let's stick with that for now. You think he's gonna get it? What could be the problem with getting the compensation for this injury?
He's already probably might have some bone injuries.
Yeah, but go back and think about. What about negligence? Can you go and do something there?
Well, you
Yeah,
can't
there's a
have
conveyor belt in the middle of the store.
Well, that's where the food is.
Not that point. Max and his mother are called what? Occupiers, thank you. And this person came to their premises, okay? And because of his existence there, he ended up suffering this injury. Can you run an argument along those lines? Even if not, can you go with causation as far as the assault is concerned or the battery? Was that actually foreseeable? Did Max intend this to happen? Or was he simply trying to pull this person away from his mother? That's I'm not saying what's right or wrong. I'm just telling you this is how you analyze. Okay? When someone comes to your office, if you're a lawyer, or someone tells you this, you know, or it's an exam question, you're not going to get a good exam question like in the future maybe. But this time around, you're going to get it in writing. Later, it's going to be something maybe like this. And you just listen to the video 3 times, and then you start writing your answer. Let's continue. Okay. Let's continue. Okay. What's happening here? Anything?
Why was Warren so close to the kitchen pantry?
Okay, that's another point. How did he get them there? But what kind of cause of action do you look at here? We call it what? Have you looked at chapter 23? The torts there? Anyone, please? What did we call this?
I'm going to guess and say unlawful imprisonment.
Yeah, it's called false imprisonment. False imprisonment. Okay? Go and look at the elements. So this is what I want. I want you to look at the facts and immediately say, this looks like that. Okay. Arrest him for what? Battery, assault, false imprisonment. Okay? All right. What happens next? What's happening here? Defamation. Do you see how it comes to you now? You have to look at the scenario and immediately say, does that mean there's defamation?
Well, it doesn't mean that.
Well, I hope that you tell me we don't know. I want you then to go and look at the elements and see if you can make the elements.
Well, the thing is that it would bring a bad light on her, therefore causing her to lose sales. Therefore,
But that's not the legal analysis. Once you hit the idea of defamation, you have to immediately go and check the elements against these facts. If you make all the elements, that's it. If not, there will be a tension somewhere, and you call that the legal issue. That's why two parties could actually, take it either way.
What were the elements of, sorry? Elements of?
Defamation. So that's all what we talked about in Toowoomba on Monday. That's it. All right, so all I wanted from this exercise is just to give you a different way of doing these scenarios or these case studies. The other one was Pearson. Before you go, I just want you to help me with one more thing, and we're trying to finish really early today because I really want to go with this week 5 midterm evaluation. I need you to just take 5 to 10 minutes, please, and just fill out these forms. I'll be waiting outside for 10 minutes, and I need a volunteer. Bill, are you able to, once they're finished, to put all of this in this envelope? 10 minutes.
I'm leaving in about maybe 5 minutes.
Okay, someone else? Yeah, can you just put it in this envelope at 3:15, okay? So, I'll be outside.